What is up YouTube? It is Matty and this is a video I'm doing. My arm hasn't been twisted, but a lot of you guys have been requesting for farming videos and I have seen the comments. I haven't purposely ignored them. It's just I don't farm an awful lot, and also I just I enjoy doing my war content and that sort of thing. So this isn't like a begrudging video or by any stretch, but it's a video that I'm going to focus on a little bit of farming because I obviously have to do it. Everyone has to do it to earn loot, to do your upgrades and that sort of thing, and I'll also do a little bit of an update on my base. Why not? So I haven't dropped expos yet, and I haven't started upping my defense level. What I have done is put the new Town Hall 9 defense down minus expos. So I put my 4th air defense, 4th Tesla on. I think you get an extra arch tower and cannon. You might only get one of those, and you obviously get an extra sweeper as well. So I've put all that down, and I've got it up to Town Hall 8 level. Also got my queen down. And I've got all my offense up to Town Hall 8 level, Town Hall 9, sorry, in terms of the camps, the CC, spells, and my lab is a constant work in progress. So you can see I've done what I consider the important war troops. So giants, healers, although the healers will start to come in more into effect. My queen's 20 and above. Done heal spell, jump spell, that's quite an important one, poison spell, hogs, loons, hounds, wizards, sorry not wizards, witches, golems. I'm now doing Valkyries because I think that they're going to be a really interesting upgrade. Once I max them, I think they're going to become a very useful troop for me. So yeah, the account's nearly there. Once the Valks are max, I'm either going to do I don't really use dragons much at all, although they are getting more useful than they ever were, but that still isn't all that much. Archers and barbarians, again, not a huge great deal, but it always helps. I don't know, earthquake can help as well. Haste I never use. So yeah, I haven't fully decided yet. I'm a Balloonion farmer, by the way, guys, and that's something that I will potentially always be. I just love it. It is. I'm not here to say it's the best farming strategy. I know that Super Queen is very effective because you can get the Dark Elixir and the other loot, and it's very quick to train the healers up to keep the Queen alive, and obviously you don't need to keep your heroes dying, and there's not a huge wait for spells and that sort of thing. So there's a lot of advantages to it. Barch you can just rinse out quite quickly. But what I do is I just gem boost my barracks, my spell factory, my heroes, and I Balloonion farm. And the reason for it is because you can get a good chunk of bases, and when you do find the big hauls, you can really go for it. Let's go for an example. This one. So this base, look, although you could probably barch most of it, it was just a nice one for me to loon. Use the rage spell to drop to take down a couple of arch towers at the start. While they were distracted, a couple of loons on the extra arch towers as well, and what I'm trying to do is just first and foremost get the Dark Elixir, because upgrading heroes is the single most important thing at any Town Hall level, particularly 9 and 10. You need to get your heroes up because they help you in any army strategy that you do, any war strategy that you do. They help you with pushing, they help you with everything. So heroes are a lot of people fall into the trap of almost not realising that heroes are the only really important thing. Your troops you're going to naturally do anyway. It's not hard to upgrade troops because hero upgrades are just way more expensive to do. Dark Elixir is the hardest loot to get. You can just farm Golden Elixir down in like Gold League, Silver League, that sort of thing, and just bully some lower Town Hall 9 levels or with max collectors and that sort of thing. So yeah, Dark you have to work for, and typically I on my main account, the one where I've got 30/30, I farmed in Master 3 for the longest time, for potentially a year. And on this account I've gone higher. I've done a lot of farming in Champions League, a lot of farming in M1, which is where I am now, and the reason I do it is because the loot can be good. Like you can see here, you find these sorts of bases, but also the loot bonus. So not only did I earn 260,000 gold, 227 elixir, 3.6 dark. I also got the loot bonus that comes with that, so 140,000 of each. That 260 becomes 400. The 227 becomes 367, and then the 3.6 becomes 4.5. So minus your troop costs. So for minions, it's 500 dark for me to build 50 or close to 50 minions. So if you minus that off, so I get a 400 profit of dark at present, and if I was in Champions League I'd get an even better one, plus any actual Dark Elixir that I get in the raid. So on that one I made 4,000 profit, which is great. That's a great number to make. So I think I'm always one to advocate, if you want to farm Dark Elixir, push up. The higher the better, as long as you can maintain it and don't get absolutely destroyed on defense. Now if you look through my attacks, at all Balloonion, in fact on that one I used 8 loons, looking 35 minions, which is pretty cool. And the one above it I used 4 loons and 20 minions. I was just trying to eke my way up, because I had like 55,000 elixir. I needed Dark Elixir. I needed to get my Valkyries going, which was a 60,000 upgrade. So just looking for snipes, and I found I was able to use minimal troops and get a huge return, which was amazing. I wish I could share those videos now, but obviously I can't. They've gone. But every raid I do is basically focused on dark. I found a big one, the 5.255, 5255. Now if I visit the base, all the dark drills are on the sides and top, so I just bullied it and went through the north side. I can't show you the full base or what it was like because the replay's gone. But I'm just following my nose with the Dark Elixir. I'm trying to get the wins where I can, so I don't lose. I do lose now and then, but it don't matter. I mean, the 47% there, you know, I lost it, but I got 4,000 dark straight into my bank, minus the minion cost of 500. It's a 3,500 profit, which is pretty crazy. Sniping as well. Sniping's just pure profit on a Dark Elixir. So yeah, I love Balloonion farming, and I always will. This is the next raid I'm going to show, the 47%. The problem, I didn't really think about this raid too much. What I did at the start, I saw the dark drills were at the top, so I dropped a couple of loons to take the cannons down, wall breakers to break in, and then king and queen basically in to go and get the drills. That was my idea. I sent an extra wall breaker in as well. You see the giant got sprung out there. The wall breaker just about survived and helped take down the wall. The king and the queen are going to go in, because the wall's weakened, the king's going to target it once the dark barracks is down, which is about to go down. There you go. King targets the wall, breaks in. I pop his ability because he was running low on health, and it's going to help him break through, and there he's going to get the drills. And what I should have done here is doing a little bit of a more considered attack in terms of where I was positioning my loons and that sort of thing, but I just sort of rushed it. I'll speed up a bit actually, because I've got most of the dark, which is what I was going for. The rest of the dark is there's some in this clan castle, but the majority is going to be in the dark storage itself. So I was just sort of spamming loons, and I thought, to be honest, I was going to hit the 50% without an issue. You see, most of my minions got wasted and got melted away by the infernos, which was very poor use of them. So I could have done a lot better there. Left me on 42%. I didn't have much of a choice. I had my CC, which has got 6 loons in. I dropped it where I dropped it, but I didn't consider the fact that there was the sweeper, which was going to just push everything back, and unfortunately it just didn't quite work out too well in the end, and I landed on the 47. But it was okay. It was not the end of the world. You can make mistakes in farming, it really doesn't matter. I got a nice easy snipe, then a 51%. Let's have a look at this one. There's a Town Hall 9. Really no gold or elixir. It was just the dark I was after. Anything over 2,000 on a Town Hall 9 I'll go for. Sometimes a 1.5 if it's got like 200,000 of each. So it depends. I always weigh up how easy is it to get to, how many troops I'm going to have to use, how many am I going to get any other elixir, any other loot from it, either gold or elixir. Am I going to get many trophies from it? That can sometimes be a factor. You know, you have to weigh up everything for your own to make that judgment, that decision. Is this worth my me waiting 20 minutes for my army to recook, and the 50-60 gems to boost my army to be able to make it so it's not a 45-minute wait. You know, it's your time and effort, so you have to evaluate if it's worth it. Here we go, king and queen on the CC. I knew I was going to be okay with the percent because I had the rage, I had my queen, and the ability. Particularly the ability always gets you an extra couple of percent if you're in a position where there's knights and buildings around you. There it is, look, there's the ability and the 50%. So I was fine. Could I? No, I couldn't have. I was going to say, could I get the town hall? Definitely not. Maybe if my queen was a little bit higher. So yeah, my account's coming there. I've got my queen 19 and my king 16. I'm going to do my queen to 20 next, which is a 100k upgrade. So I'm going to carry on farming for that. After that, my king's 75. There we go. 75. So I'm going to get queen 20, then I'll get my king up to 20. Meanwhile, do my Valks. I'm just pumping money into walls at the moment. So if we actually look at the walls I've done, and I'm doing 162 with 88 left, so not that far away till I complete my Legos, which is great. When I hit 2020, I'm going to upgrade my air defences and Teslas because they're low weight to upgrade, but they're high value. They'll help against the Larloons. Teslas and air defense can add a lot of value. I think when they're 25 is when I'll drop my expos. Haven't fully decided yet. I'm almost using my hero levels as the target for where to be with my defense. I'm not really worried too much about wall. I just blast everything. All loot that I get goes on wall. I have finished my traps. That's a good point. So you'll see all my Seeking Air Mines are level 2. All my red air bombs are level 4. And all my mini bombs are level 6. When we find them, there they are. Look. So that's one extra thing I have been able to do in the meantime. Just got all my traps up. I might just start focusing on my collectors and getting those up. Might as well keep something busy. But other than that, I'm just going to carry on as I'm going, doing my heroes and walls. So I hope you've enjoyed this episode and seen some well, you can still see I'm still using Balloonion. My army comp itself, I do add a giant and 3 wall breakers in, because I find that either sometimes after I've done the spam and I need to guide my heroes in, or sometimes at the start where I want to send my king and queen straight in and just create a little funnel. It can help me. So I always take that giant and 3 wall breakers as a little assistance for me. And 23 loons and 47 minions. So yeah, 4 rage as well. Keep that nice and straightforward, and a poison spell. So yeah, there's my army. If you feel free to copy and do the similar sort of strategies I do. With Town 9s, sometimes I'm surgical, depends on my mood. Sometimes I just spam. There's no right or wrong way. Just do it how you feel at the time and how you think you can get the loot. There is a risk of spamming though. The minions will just clump to the outsides and then end up splat by bombs or something. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.